of this this is the last subtopic of fourth topic, that is an alternative social scenario, sharing wealth. So according to the Buddhism, this Varna system was not based on the hierarchical system. It all the varnas were same, and a person can, if he can acquire the wealth, he can also acquire status in the society. So a person's status is not determined by in which one he is born, but it is determined how much wealth he is in possession. So how much wealth is in his possession, so that wealth determines a person's position in the society. An alternative social scenario, sharing wealth. So far we have been examining situations where people either claimed or were assigned status on the basis of their wealth. However, there were other possibilities as well, situations where men who were generous were respected. So apart from possessing wealth, those who were polite, humble to the poor people, were generous, were always ready to help others, they were also respected in the society, and they were given good status in the society, while those who were miserly or simply accumulated wealth for themselves were despised. And it is also said that those who were, even though they were having much wealth, but who were miser and who were not helping the poor ones, they were not regarded as good persons in the society. One area where these values were cherished was ancient Tamilkam, where, as we saw earlier in chapter 2, there were several chiefdoms around 2000 years ago. All amongst other things, the chiefs were patrons of bards and poets who sang their uh, who sang in their praise. Poem included in the Tamil Sangam anthologies often illuminate social and economic relationships, suggesting that while there were differences between rich and poor, those who controlled resources were also expected to share them. Means it is also means we can see all these things in the Tamilkam, which is the largest epic of the southern part of Indian subcontinent. And Tamilkam is and you can say accumulation of the poems which were written by the poets of that time of southern India. And in all these poets, they also tell that a person who is acquiring wealth has to share his wealth among the poor person, then only he gets a good status in the society, then only he is looked upon. Now there is a script from this, the poor generous chief. So this is a story, you can say, from Tamilkam only, in not Tamilkam, in this composition from Puranaruru, one of the anthologies. Anthologies means compilation of poems of the Tamil Sangam literature. First century, a bard describes his patron to other poets. This patron means who gives shelter. So bard and the poets were those who were writing in praise of their masters, who have given them shelter and who help them economically. So they used to praise them. So this is one of the poem of Tamil Sangam, in which a bard describes about his patron, means about his master who has given him shelter, to the other poets. He, that is the patron, doesn't have the wealth to lavish on others every day, nor does he have the pettiness to say that he has nothing and so refuse. मतलब वो अपने मास्टर को, अपने मालिक के बारे में इस तरह से डिस्क्रिप्शन देता है कि मेरा मालिक बहुत अमीर नहीं है, उसके पास बहुत ज़्यादा संपत्ति नहीं है, और लेकिन वो जेनरस है, दयालु है, और वो ये कभी भी नहीं बोलता कि मेरे पास कुछ भी नहीं है। और अगर कोई उससे कुछ भी मांगता है तो वो उसको रिफ्यूज़ नहीं करता है, उसको मना नहीं करता, और जो भी उसके पास होता है वो उसको देता है। He lives in Irantei, a place, and is generous. He is an enemy to the hunger of Bals. वो कह रहे हैं कि वो एक जगह पे रहता है, ईरानती जो जगह है जहाँ पे वो रहता है, और वो बहुत ही दयालु है, और वो उनका शत्रु है जो मतलब ऐसे गरीब लोगों की भूख का शत्रु है। उनको वो किसी न किसी रूप में उनको मतलब पूरा करता है। इफ़ यू विश टू क्योर योर पॉवर्टी कम अलॉन्ग विद मी, बार्ड्स हुज लिप्स आर सो स्किल्ड। वो कह रहे हैं कि अगर तुम्हें अपनी गरीबी मिटानी है तो तुम मेरे साथ चलो, और तुम लोगों में ऑलरेडी भगवान ने बहुत स्किल मतलब कला दी है। इफ़ वी रिक्वेस्ट हिम शोइंग हिम आर रिब्स thin with hunger, he will go to the blacksmith of his village and will say to the man of powerful hand, shape me a long spear for war, one that has a straight blade. और वो कह रहा था कि अगर मैं तुम लोगों की भूख को और तुम लोगों की जो कंकाल रूपी शरीर को दिखाऊंगा तो वो गुस्से में भर जाएगा, और वो कहेगा कि लोहार के पास जाएगा और बोलेगा कि मेरे लिए एक बड़ा सा भाला बना दो ताकि मैं युद्ध में जाऊं और जो मतलब युद्ध जीतूं, और इन सब जो गरीब लोग हैं उनके खाने पीने का इंतज़ाम करूं।